Hey guys, welcome back to Sky Factory. I'm Brim, he's Grum, and this is episode 7. Now, what are we going to do today? Well, there are a couple things we need to get started on next. If we come look at, actually, before we go look at our quest book, let's take a look at what has changed. So this is our, the central platform for our base here, the platform that we built up and said this would be where our ME system would end up at. And of course, our ME system kind of becomes the center of everything because we kind of need it to get everywhere. So to do everything. So up there we have gone out to the right here and created a new path up. And this one's got the clean, we used carpenter blocks here on the ramp, so the side, this has kind of got the feel of the stairs at Chichen Itza, which I really like. Of course, it doesn't have any more structure around it, but to me, it kind of has that feel. So I really like these stairs. I will probably try to incorporate this stair build into a much larger structure, perhaps a large pyramid somewhere. I've done the pyramid thing in the past, so certainly could be on the agenda again. So anyway, up here we have 4 7x7 pads. Now you may be asking yourself, why 7x7s instead of 9x9s? I don't know. Honestly, I was thinking farming station, and the farming station is a 7x7, has a 7x7 range, so I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll build 7x7s, and then you can stick to put. No, that's not the way that works. These pads are 7x7, but the range for the farming stations is a 7 radius. So if you put a farming station in the middle out here, it would reach 7 that way and 7 that way and 7 each other way, which would be almost all the way to the edges over here because of the way I built this. So it'd be sitting in the middle, and then you go 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you come out to just shy of the outside dirt here all the way around, so the outside border doesn't quite reach. So we may adjust these at some point. I could also put the farming station over in the corners, and then they would only service a single pad, and that perhaps might make them faster because we don't have to check one quadrant. I don't know, but this will get us started, and we'll meet the qualification. I believe the qualification was start a farm for both a food source and for Minicio crops, I think is what it was, which will require us to make a Minicio seed real quick and plant some food of some sort. So let's go check, see what we've got. I know we've got some carrots somewhere because we're living on, or had been living on, carrot juice. So we could probably throw the carrots in there. Of course, we switched over. At this point, we've got cooked beef because we killed all those cows, culling through them looking for various cows that we could use. Whoa, mouse go crazy. So let's see what we've got here. We do need some regular seeds to make the Minicio seeds with. Regular seeds? Do I see regular seeds? I do not see regular seeds in there. What about up here? Don't I have any regular seeds? And I can't just type the word seeds because, well, obviously everything in here is a seed. Oh, there they are. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them. We could plant the wheat seeds, obviously. Or we could go plant the carrots. Let's go. Okay. Let's see. Do we have Minicio over here? Minicio essence. I guess we probably all got all of it out here in better barrels at this point. Coming out of our mob farm, what we have. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Don't let the creeper blow up on us because that would be horrible. And go ahead and get this made. We'll just throw what we can in here. I think that's it. And then 16 should be a. Oh, actually, we still got a couple down here. Obviously, the more we start off with, the better. That allows us to get more Minicio, and more Minicio is better Minicio. So we'll go ahead and slap these in the ground out here. 7x7 means we've got 49, minus 1 for the torch in the center. Now, you may be wondering why there are no torches around the outside. I think my F7's turned on at this point. The deal is these are all carpenter blocks. Everything basically from where that ramp starts down there, actually from where the wall was taken out, all the way up is all carpenter blocks, including everything up here. And carpenter blocks appear to be non-spawnable, so I didn't bother putting light up here, really kind of as much as of a test as anything else to see if that would be true, that nothing would spawn. And so far I've not seen anything spawn up here, so that's a good thing, I suppose. It would certainly be a bad thing if things were to start spawning up here. I guess we should probably put the food crops in a different slot, and really we'll just stick these out here and then kind of ignore them. Traditionally, when we've needed food, what I've done is grabbed a stack of bone meal, planted a single carrot, and then just right-click, spam the bone meal on it until we had enough carrots, and then broke the carrot back out. So while we needed to do this for the quest book, it's really not the way we have gotten our food. So can we get the rest of these planted, please? There we go. All right, so Minicio crop is in, food crop is in. I believe that meets the requirement for the quest book that was for the quest that is in the quest book. Let's go take a look and see exactly what it says. I did move this. Oh, I guess I should have shown this. That is a transfer node with a world interaction upgrade setting over an infinite source of water, so it's constantly sucking up water to go into here. That just means that when I've got dust, I can just hold the right click and pop the dust in and out as fast as it'll go to make clay. Very handy if you've never done this for making clay. It's super easy way to make clay. Let's see here. We've got all those done, all those done. What do we have back here? So Upgrade existing, upgrade to kill instantly. We're not going to do those just yet. Prepare a farming space for yes, we've done that. For several crops, we've got several crops worth of space. Craft a Minicio, start a food farm and a Minicio farm. Sprinklers, Iron Diamond, Growth Pulsars, and Zvicio. That's going to wait, at least for today. We would love to get to flight, but we're not there yet. We have to kill a Wither, or get the Zvicio armor. The Zvicio, if you got full Zvicio armor, it has creative flight on it. There is better armor in the game than the Zvicio armor. Perhaps not at this point in the game, but there is better armor. So we will probably end up relying on the Angel Ring, but obviously the Angel Ring also requires that we kill the Wither. So the Wither is not far on our list from things we need to get done. What I'd like to do today, of all the things, there are two things we need to get prepped for. So I think when last we were together, we got this set up, but we did not have, and maybe we had our first magmatic in place. We now have 3 in place, and each one of these has got 2 of the power upgrades. So this is a ×2 energy, ×2 fuel. This one's a ×4/4. What that means is that each one of these is capable of producing 320 RF a tick, and then we've stuck a capacitor. We had 4. If we look at the basic capacitor bank, it requires 4 basic capacitors. We actually got these from our reward bags. We actually had 4 from our reward bags. We had exactly 4 from our reward bags. So we were able to put this together pretty quickly, pretty easily. We went ahead and threw the Staff of Traveling in there just to let it charge up, even though we don't have any travel anchors at this point. We probably will at some point in the near future, just to make getting around the base easier. That would be very nice. But what we would like to do today, we need to poke a hole here, and that's going to create, that's going to create I see that the torch fell down, which means we're going to create a problem up here with big yellow X's everywhere. So let's solve that. Is that enough light? Yes, that's enough light. What we'd like to do today is work on getting the ME system up and running. And then, as soon as the ME system is up and running, then we can start focusing on automating our ingot production lines. Or we could work on getting all of our cows into an auto farming station. We've probably got enough cows at this point. We've probably got most of the base metals in here, which would actually... we're still not going to get things like diamonds. We're still not going to get stuff like... Well, we get destabilized redstone. We've got emeralds. You're not going to get diamonds. We're not going to get flint. We're not going to get charcoal. So probably no yellow either. So we will absolutely have to set up. Yeah, although we probably... Can we get this from... recipe. Can we get this from crops? Magical crops? No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe... Let's just check and see if there's a yellowite essence. Yellowite... Oh, there is a yellowite essence. And that is an Imperio, which is the 3rd one up, 4th one up. Wow, so we're still a ways from there because we've got to get... Oh boy. Okay, so I think we still need to get... all 3 lines of the auto processing setup, which will be a line that automatically compresses, automatically hammers, automatically sieves, gravel, and then sand and dust. I think we need to get all 3 of those set up just to keep our bases completely covered. But before we do even that, I would like to get... So that is under this block right here. We've also made some hardened flux duct. Now, hardened flux duct is capable of 800 RF a tick, and it says 800 RF a tick, and that has confused a lot of people over the years, the months, whatever. What that indicates is that it's capable at each point of contact, it's capable of transferring 800 RF a tick. I just saw those because where were they? Are they not here? There they are. If you look at it, it says 800 RF a tick. That is per connect. Actually, I think it says it on the tooltip. Amount transferred is per connection. So, for instance, this thing, the basic capacitor bank, is capable of sending or receiving 1,000 RF a tick. However, the pipe that's connected to it is only capable of transferring 800. So we could, conceivably, throw another one right here, and suddenly it's capable of receiving 1,600 RF a tick, but only inputting 1,000. So it'll be capped now by the capacitor bank rather than by the connections. So what we want to do, we want to get started. We're going to need some things. We're going to need a energy acceptor. We're going to need a drive, ME drive. We're going to need some 1K ME storage components. We're going to need cable. It's a quartz cable. Cable. No. We'll look at cable here in a second. We'll find it pretty quickly. So let's take a look. Oops, let's get rid of the ME storage. There we go. So these are going to be the basic components. The energy acceptor is the first one because it's what changes quartz glass. Quartz glass is going to be easy enough to make. How much of that do we need to get started? We have some Fluix crystals. I'm 90% certain that we got out of reward bags. Ooh, I may have been wrong. Let's check over here. We have 2. How many do we need for this? 1. Okay, well, let's just start moving down this path and see how far we can get. I would really like to get this completely set up because the game, we talked about things that change the game. This is another one that radically changes the game. As soon as we have the ME system, suddenly all of these chests go away, crafting becomes so much easier, etc., etc., etc. So we would like to get there. I would like to get there today. Matter of fact, even if this is a long episode, we will probably push it all the way through and get that set up today. So let's take a look. We should now be able to craft this glass. Energy acceptor, clap. We probably don't need more than a few to get started. And then what else do we need here? So we should be able to do the energy acceptor. What are we missing? What else was required? Oh, iron. We haven't picked up any iron yet. Hello! Don't be silly! Although we all know that I am perfectly capable of being very silly. We do not need 2 of those. Thank you very much. So let's go ahead and get him thrown down. And we will go ahead and throw him directly in this hole. And then we'll run cable up to him. Now, I don't know if 800 RF a tick is actually going to be enough to keep that. The ME system can actually be pretty power hungry. I don't think that our... Does that connect yet? Boom. I don't think that these will have a problem keeping up. We may... The capacitor bank, I think will be okay. Because I think I've run an ME system with just one of these with 3 updates in, or 2 updates in it before, so I think that will probably be enough to keep the ME system up full time. The issue becomes sometimes when you're trying, like if I had an inventory full of cobble and I separated the stack and then went to shift click and click the entire thing in. Sometimes that can cause a huge spike in power usage, and if you don't have enough power available to the system, your ME system will temporarily shut down, and then it'll boot right back up. That's kind of a pain in the patootie, but it's not disastrous. So, all right, we have our energy acceptor. Now we need to look at the drive. Now, this is something, I don't know if I like this change or not in this drive pack. The inscriber is no longer an issue, because you don't need the presses, and you don't need the inscriber anymore, and that's weird to me. What do we need here? Certus quartz crystal. That's weird to me because I've never done this in any way that did not require the presses. So, kind of strange. We actually create them and then cook them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need to make some sticks real quick. And I don't know how long this. What is it? Those there and then here. The cutting knife. I don't know how long the cutting knife lasts, but I guess we'll find out. Drives. We're going to need 2 engineering processors, and those should be diamonds, so we need to grab some diamonds. And I actually cooked up some... What did I do with the silicon? I think I stuck it over here. There it is, right there. And, ooh, we don't have a lot of diamonds. We'll get started with a couple at least. So our drive, we need this. We need these, which means we need... It's because the cutting knife has durability and loses durability. Redstone. I also don't have redstone, so that's going to be a problem. See, this is the thing. It's like, oh, go grab an item, come back. Oh, go grab an item, come back. Oh, go grab. No, all that goes away as soon as we get our ME system up and running. Can we shift it in now? We can. So 1. But because of the durability situation, let's go ahead and make 6 total. We probably are going to need more than that at some point, but we'll start with that. There. Now, we do have a fairly efficient source for cooking stuff right over here. Get those out, toss that in, and that'll be done probably by the time we put it away. We get back over there. Yep. All right, so we have those. Now, the next thing we need is flux cable, right? Glass cable, which is going to be quartz cable plus, ooh, mercy. So, to make flux, we're going to have flux dust, no. I thought we need energized here. Let's see here. Flux, pure flux. Yeah, there it was. So this is it's just a regular Certus quartz. Regular Certus. All right, let's see if we've got any nether quartz yet. We have 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, we'll have to turn off our magnet before we throw those things in, because that will not accomplish anything. All right, so we throw this and these and that over in there, and they should go bloop, 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 bloop. They're not. Why are they not? Nope. It always seems to change just as I get ready to click it. Flux crystal. It says Certus quartz, but I would have sworn that oh, you know what? It's not in the water. It shows it in the crafting panel. And that would be... That's not the way we normally do this, is it? Is this a change as well? My brain says this is a change. Oops, sorry, we needed that. Yep, sure enough. Okay, well, So the interesting thing is that means we can do this in the ME system as well now. So there you go. Now the other thing we needed was some glass cable, which is just Certus quartz or nether quartz dust. And we should have dust and glass. We've got glass. Now we will need a little bit. What do I do with the dust? There it is. And then we needed that, and we'll just do one recipe for now because it gives us 4. And really, we're not going to need 4, at least not initially. Now that we have enough stuff here to build this now? Bang, yes we do. Matter of fact, we've got enough to build it more than once. Now this goes right on top of our energy acceptor. Now we have a light issue over here. So didn't we pull out? Yes, but it ended up right here. We'll just stick regular torch there for now. We'll fix that because I don't like the aesthetics there. We will come out of that and go to a piece of cable. And then on that will be our crafting terminal. So we still need at least 1 drive, and really that's all we're looking for right now is to get 1 ME drive in there. And you might go, well, that's kind of a waste. But the 1 drive will allow us, we don't have any gold, will allow us to dump the pieces that we need to make more drives into the ME system and begin crafting them in there, which will greatly speed this process up. So that's why we're looking to do, actually I think we're going to have, for the Annihilation and whatever cores, we'll have to have more than that. So we'll go ahead and make 6, and where is the, there we go. And toss these over here to be cooked as well. 1, 2, 3. We'll grab those. Actually, by the time we can wait for it, they're done. So, all right. So back to this. We needed. Do we have enough stuff in there? We do. There's 1, which is all we needed for now. We're not looking to upgrade yet. I think we probably have all of that in our. Yes, we do. Yay! Better than chests. You're right about that. Definitely better than chests. Okay. And that should actually come online, so yay. Now, the only other thing we really need to make this work is the crafting interface. Is it the, where is the, there it is, ME crafting terminal, not interface, terminal. So this is a calculation, so that's going to be quartz, so we have to make 1 of those at least. And where is the, yeah, so this thing's not going to last a huge amount. Probably if we did a whole stack of something, that would be it. So we'll go ahead and make, we made 6 of the others, so I guess we make 6 of these as well, right? Just because that doesn't tremendously mess with my sense of world order and all that good sort of thing. Not the world order, because that's a whole different situation. Printed, become full-blown calculation. Pretty sure we need the gold ones, the logics for the cores. All right, so back to here. We've got 1. We have to have that. We have to have a crafting table, which we can do easy enough. Yeah. So we're going to need... Oh, do we have enough more glass? We do. So we need some, what was it, gold? We got gold in our inventory. Oh, we need glowstone. Glowstone to make the panel. We should have, yeah, plenty of glowstone. Alright, so we'll drill back down through there. We'll do the panel first. That should be that. Pull all this out of here, thank you very much. And then we'll do the cores. Where did our panel go? Why did it disappear? Oh, it moved up. I hate when that happens. Sometimes when you craft something, the available options change over here, which changes positions of stuff, which I find very irritating. Flux dust. I probably don't have... I've probably got some flux dust. I probably don't have it. Ooh, we don't have a lot of flux dust. But you know what? We don't need a whole lot. We just need what we need to get started here. So that should be 2 of those. And which one? This was the formation, so we need the annihilation. There's the annihilation. Don't have... Oh no, did I use all of my nether quartz? Please say I didn't use all of my nether quartz. That would be disastrous to make it this far, and not be able to get over the hump. Oh, mercy. Let's go see if we've managed to get some out of these things that we were opening. We just need a couple. Ah, oh, looky there. Bum-ba-da-dum. Alright, now, we were looking for what? Annihilation cores. Annihilation core. Should have that stuff now, and no place to put it in our inventory. Oh, there, we don't need you right now. And then, we should have the stuff. Oh, we need, still need a crafting table. We probably got one somewhere. Yeah, or 38, you know, something like that. You go in here anyway. And bang, do we have, what am I missing? Bang, bang, bang. Oh, I haven't made this terminal yet. Duh. We picked up sticks, we can make that go away. We picked up the single, where'd it go? We can make that go away, and now we should be able to create this bad boy. Dun, 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 a much bigger table. You're right about that. We'll throw the sticks away again for just a moment. At the very least, we'll go up here and swap him out. That is our crafting terminal. And put it on, and and all this stuff should go in. Yay! Oh, goodness. Life just got so much better. So let's grab. Now, so a single drive can hold 63 different types, and these 1Ks can obviously hold 1K of storage. Now, that 1K does not represent 1,000 items. It represents 1,000, 1K, 1024 bytes of data for those items. I have no idea how that translates. I've never bothered to go look. What I know is that I generally, in the beginning of the game, get away with using a whole bunch of 1Ks, and then when I run into problems getting 1Ks to go in, then I can upgrade to 4 or 16Ks. And I generally tend to run with 16Ks just because I tend to run into problems with the numbers of items, the numbers of different types of items before I run into problems with a drives being filled up. So for things that tend to fill up, you know, like cobblestone and that sort of thing, we'll put those on in DSUs anyway, so that will not be an issue. Now we should be able to look at 1K storage, 1K ME storage, and we should be able to craft that in here. 1, 2, we need some more of, what do we need? We're probably out of, whatever goes in the center of that. Yeah, we're out of logics, but that's all right. This will give us 2 more drives to get started with immediately. 1K ME. And we should have this other stuff, I think. No, we're missing, oh, iron. We didn't bring iron up. All we grabbed was the iron that was in our inventory. There's 2 stacks. That should be enough. That's all I'm saying. That should be enough. So we'll throw this in here and grab the iron. Do 1. Oh, we don't have quite enough glass. 1K ME storage. Good Lord. Let's just solve this. Yeah, that should be enough. There we go. Excellent. And now we can put in 2 more drives, and that will definitely give us, you know what, let's go ahead and, I started to say they'll definitely give us enough space to move everything we've currently got in our base up here, but that may not be true, but we can solve that fairly quickly. So if we do the 1K ME storage, what we need to grab are these bad boys. And, oh, how much gold do we have in the system? We've only got 22. Let's take 10. So these have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they've got 10 in them, so that should be enough to get us completely filled up. Break my leg. I really need to move at least one of these up there if I'm going to be using them to cook. Although at some point we're going to have the, as we move into magical crops, we're going to have the options of using the furnaces from magical crops, and those are much better furnaces. The top end one is essentially an insta-smelt. It's not quite instant, but it's so close that it'll shock and amaze if you've never seen it before. 1K ME storage. Now we can come back and we need, okay, so we've got 3, so we need 7 is what we need. Wouldn't that be nice? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Toss those in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. And there we go. Now it's just a matter of breaking down all these chests and moving all the stuff that's in all these chests up there in those drives. Now around here I have created some additional tanks, and so we've got signalum here, we've got bronze, molten steel, that's not bronze, that's dark steel, molten steel, we've got bronze right there, Invar, destabilized redstone, and the electrum. These are the cows that are out over there. I would really like to get them moved because nothing else can spawn over there. We've reached spawn cap over there. So nothing else has spawned in hours and hours and hours. Our sorry to say, paper farm. Our paper farm, aka our sugar farm, is up and running very nicely. It's doing the right thing. So I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to get these chests all broken down, get stuff moved up into the ME system. That will allow us to progress some here rather quickly. And then we'll come back and take a look at what it's going to take to move forward with the magical crops up there. So we'll be back in just a moment. All right, guys, we are back, and all the chests, well, most of the chests are gone. I'll probably actually move this chest now. This has got all of our seeds and stuff, and because there are so few of these individually, there are lots of individual items, but not a lot of stacks of items. So this would take up a lot of space on our drives without getting as much benefit, so I just left those here. Let's see, we've got one chest over here. It's got all of our lassos in it, and then this is, most of this is trash stuff. We could probably actually throw most of this away, but obviously I didn't put it in. The leather we could, once we got some machines up, I think we can run this through the, let's see, uses. No uses listed? I think we can run this through one of the machines and grind it back down into leather. Okay, so what we need to do next, do we have, we would like to get, there are 2 things we'd like to get two other things we'd like to get done. We need to make some, before we go any further though, we need to make some steel blocks. I've already got a couple. I think we need regular molten steel. Thank you. Oh, nope, flying off the side. We can stick him right here, and we'll grab this string, put it on the side. We need a couple of blocks and we'll just make 3 blocks is what we'll try to make. While that's running, let's see what else we can grab over here. We would like to get some, we're going to build no, we're not going to build a signal crossbow. We're just not going to do that, because we're going to go to magical wood first. We can look, let's see how many emeralds we've got. Emeralds, does that say 30? Not enough. We can make a, let's see, we need a book, and we need emeralds, and we can make the Flim Flam book, I believe. Yeah, and Flim Flam 4, that is a level 4 enchantment, which means it gives us a bunch of magical wood. Let's see, do I have any other magical books? I've probably got a couple down here, or at least I did have that we've gotten out of. That's a 2, and that's a 2, so we really just need one more book to make magical wood with. The higher the enchantments that we start with, do we have any? Oh, we're out of books. We need to make a couple of these. It would help if I had actually shift-clicked. You know, you've shift-clicked before occasionally, right? Toss a bunch of these in because we also have to have a bookcase. So let's grab another one of these plus our emeralds. We'll make one more. Flim Flam. Now I don't know that I've ever mixed like level 4s and level 2s before, so I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here, but we should at least get a preview before this happens, and then we'll look at the recipe for magical wood. I've already made some that's in our system. Magical wood. Do we have everything else we need? We should have everything else we need. Why did it not go? Surely we've got gold in the system. Oh, I probably don't have the bookcase yet. Did I not just make a bookcase? I would have sworn I just made a bookcase. Yeah, it doesn't like it, probably because of the variability in the books. So we'll put these in, put those in the right places. That would help a lot. Now, if this doesn't produce, and then we need gold. Oh, we could be out of gold, I guess. No, we're nowhere near out of gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. That produces 18. I think if we had 4 level 4s, it produces like 30. So it looks like we probably got capped by the level 2. So I'm actually not going to build that until we've got enough. Emeralds to make 4 Flim Flams, because I'd rather have the 30s. So what we will do next, the last thing we want to get done for the day, we got our Minicio crop started up here. Actually, we've got some that we can harvest. Put these back in because they need to be growing at all times. We will get that is probably the first thing we want to automate, because it just takes so much Minicio to do the higher level in stuff. I mean, when we talk about trying to get Zavicio blocks, and we need Zavicio blocks for stuff, so you've got to have 9 Zavicio, which is, okay, so 9 times 4, 36 times 4, 72, 144 times 4, 4, 5, we're almost 600, now we're at like 2400. Yeah, so to make one of those blocks we have to have like 2400 Minicio essence. Yeah, that's a lot of essence. So we need we need that automated, and B, we need to increase the rates there. Now we talked about having moved everything essentially out of all these chests that were down here, and if we take a look at our drives, we will see that we have the first one is basically full. The second one is full of types and about half full of items. The third and fourth one have been touched, but by the time we get to the fifth one, we haven't even touched these yet. The last 6 drives we haven't even touched, so they're going to service us for quite some time. It'll be a while before we run into problems there, and they will buy us some time to get some other things set up, and that's what we're working on down here. We need one more block. We've got 3, so we can move forward. Because I've actually already got a couple up here that I got ready in advance. We need to build some things. We need to build a auto compressor. All right. I need to think about this for a second. We're going to need iron. We don't have an iron block, but we're going to need several in the system, so we'll just throw some in there, and then we should actually have all the rest of that. So there's a compressor. So what we're going to do, what I'm thinking about is the first full line. And the first full line actually needs to be gravel. And the reason it needs to be gravel is that we need to be able to get diamonds and emeralds, and those come from gravel. So what we will do is we'll come out of the cobblestone generator and compress it into compressed cobblestone. We will then hammer that. So we go into a compressor. There's the first compressor. Then we need a auto heavy hammer. Auto compressed hammer. Oh, you know what? We may not have the diamonds for this. What is this? This is still ingots, so we can do the rest of this. Oh, I hope we have 18 diamonds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your fingers crossed. 5. Oh, sticks. We actually ran out of sticks first. I was worried there for a second. I was like, no! Planks. Let's, sure. How about one more recipe worth? There we go. That'll keep us running for just a little bit. Auto compressed hammer. There's the one. All right, so we've got 5, 6. Please have 9 worth. Please, we just need one more. Oh, we had it. Excellent. That's great news. Now we cram these back up in here. You know what? We could just. I think it'll take it out. As long as we're still dealing with the crafting one, I think it'll take it out of my inventory. It will. Very good. We'll put that up there, and then I think we need to craft a couple of these. 1, 2. Dump those in, and we've still got steel blocks. We just don't have steel. But there was a reason we were making an extra block, and this is the reason we were doing that right here. Now, auto compressed hammer. We got all the pieces now. We should have. Bang. All right, so over here would be the cobblestone generator. We compress that. We then hammer it. This takes it back to normal gravel, so we need to compress it again. So we need another auto compressor, and that will make it compressed gravel. So we need a auto heavy sieve. And this was the big thing that we were actually. Let's go grab our sieve down here. We're going to probably still want a hand sieve though, aren't we? Yeah. Let's make a new one. Auto heavy. This is the big thing we needed steel for because. Or say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're out of string. How can we possibly be out of string? Probably because I've got it all down here in barrels. Because, you know, barrels. Oh yeah, we got 7 stacks of it. No longer. We now have 7 stacks going back with us. This should help move our game forward pretty dramatically. Alright, we were looking at the auto, heavy, and to do that we needed these, and we need 2 more. Dump those in our system. Let's see, if we got everything. I think we've got everything else there. Oh, we don't have any actual logs. Shame on me, I left them in the barrel. We'll just put, yeah, about that many stacks in the system. How many stacks? I don't know, about that many. Dun dun dun. And go ahead and toss in the Medicio. Alright, try this one more time. Auto, heavy, sieve. What? Wood. I may have not have clicked the oak one. There it is. So we'll throw him in the system. The rest of this we should have. We don't have enough glass panes. Glass. Ooh, and we just barely had enough glass, so we need to get some of that cooked up. But we can do that. Now, one more time. Yay, okay. We're also going to need transfer nodes. Do we have... Those are liquids. We're going to need items, and we're going to need more than that. Transfer node. Oh my goodness, English. We probably have everything in there we need to do that. Okay, so we're going to need... We have to come... There is the cobblestone generator. There is the... So let's put one over there for the cobblestone generator. Then we go... compressor, there, and into a chest. So that should be all we need. And then we're obviously going to need some transfer pipe, which we should have in our system already. Yeah. You know what, guys? I think, and then we need to grab some chests just cause. Chest. 1, 2. Now we could go back into our ME system, but we take the chance then of very quickly overloading our ME system. We need our flux duct too, because we have to power all these machines. Flux duct. We only have 3. So we have to try to keep this thing close. Alright, so we'll come down here and look what we've got where. I think we could run them this way. As long as we end up with like the dust in about this area, it should be long enough. Alright, yeah, this will work. Alright, so we're going to put him on the ground like that. And then we can just put the chest there for now. We need to go from him into the hammer. Put the hammer up there like that. That way we can run, what we want to be able to do is run the power down the middle. I'm going to have some more flux duct, I can already tell you that. Here, let's move these over here, for at least for now, so that we can come right straight off of this flux duct. So flux duct comes down the center at head height, so we can do this like this. Now we can put the compressor underneath, and then we got to get cobblestone into it, so this will come over here, and then up from that we go up to the hammer, and then from the hammer we go over to the, let's see, where do I want, go over to another compressor, oops, which is going to be setting up here. Maybe it's going to be sitting up there. There we go. Now we can't go straight into, we can't put the hammer over here because it would connect, or the sieve over here. Really, I want the sieve down on ground level. What I could have done is I could have moved this over. We skip one and go here, and then put the sieve underneath like that. Okay, so let's see if we can get transfer nodes over here. So we need to go into there. Bang, 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 bang. Let's get this chest out of the way. We will go transfer nodes. We'll go up to here, and that should be pushing. Uh-oh, why are we not getting any? Oh, there it is. So yes, we've got cobble going in, and then we need to come out of the cobble and go, or come out of the hammer and go into another compressor. So we should now be getting this over here and compressing it. And then out of here, oh, I can't see underneath. Gonna need a water bucket. Or I could move this up. Let's move it up. Just because I don't want to have to try to be poking holes down here. Because, you know, holes, not great. Put them up here. Alright, now all we have to do is run this here and here. We get it in there now? Why are we not? Oh, there we go. Oops. Okay, so it's not working. It's because of the way transfer pipes work. We really need this as absolutely short as... Each one of these connections has to be checked every time. So we could use some speed upgrades. We could reconfigure this some so that this is not here. But for now, oh, that needs to be a node. Let's go here. See, we have to come down on this side because we can't go back in on the other side. That should connect, and we should now be getting compressed in here. Excellent. And then for now, we'll just come straight out and into a double chest. Bang and bang. Excellent. There we go. Yay! We are automatically processing gravel at this point. And while it's not working at a really high-end, super efficient speed, it is working. And this is work that will be being done continuously and constantly while we're out doing other things. So, guys, we have made huge strides today. We've got our crops planted, we got our ME system, and this was the biggest thing because this radically changes the game. The ME system is up and running, and we are now auto-processing gravel, and really it's just a matter of extending this to go to, obviously instead of going from the compressor into the sieve, we could go from the compressor into another hammer to get sand, and then do that whole thing again to get to dust, just extending these lines on out as we go. And I'll rearrange this and make it a little more efficient. I don't like, it's pretty ugly right now, but that's the reason it's hidden down here in the basement rather than up on top. So I'll clean this up some at some point. I'll get it moved over, just make it a little more efficient. And eventually we'll obviously want to go right straight back into the ME system, which we're not doing yet. So guys, I think we've made a lot of progress. I'm happy about where we're at, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.